Yahweh, Brakatah Yahweh Shah, Brakatah Yahweh, Brakatah Yahweh Shah, Call Halal Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah Ba'ashem Rakha Tadash. Double honors to our elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and salutation to the hopeful elect scattered across the four winds. This is your brother Yakar Aben from Great Millstone, Houston, back with another lesson. I'd like to give double honors to the men that taught our elders and apostles. So here in the last days, we can have the 100% truth through the Rakah Kadash and Yahweh Shah. Salakia. Yahweh Shah is who the world ignorantly calls Jesus. Yahweh Shah is the anointed one, the only begotten Son of the Most High, Yahweh. Yahweh means He is. Yahweh Shah means He is the deliverer. I'm just gonna go back and clear up some stuff. In I guess in Christianity, we've been taught all of these lies about breaking down the scriptures in Genesis about the creation story, you know, or the account rather of creation. People seem to think that Adam and Eve were uh, the first individuals created. No, that's simply not the case. That's the account of Adam and Eve is it it's it tells the story of a lineage of a people group, who would later in that time they were called the sons of God, and in our time it would be called the Hebrew Israelites, part of the 12 tribes of Israel. So we're just gonna break a couple of things down. It's not gonna be a long lesson. It says this is Genesis chapter 1 and verse 20, and it says, and the powers are Alahayim, that's that word there. Salakia, my seems like okay, there you go. Alahayim is plural, which means gods in the ordinary sense, but specifically used of the supreme God, occasionally applied by the way of difference to magistrates, rulers, divine ones, angels, gods. So the Alahayim are gods. It says, this is Genesis chapter 1 and verse 20. It says, and the Alahayim are specific angels said, let the waters bring forth abundantly the moving creature that have life, and fowl that may fly above the earth in the open firmament of heaven. And the Alahayim, or angels, created great whales and every living creature that moveth, which the waters brought forth abundantly after their kind, and every winged fowl after his kind. And the Alahayim saw that it was good. Again, Alahayim. It says, and the Alahayim blessed them, saying, be fruitful and multiply, and fill the waters and the seas, and let the fowls multiply in the earth. And in the evening and the morning were the fifth day. And the Alahayim said, let the earth bring forth the living creature after his kind, cattle and creeping thing and beast of the earth after his kind, and it was so. So let's get a couple of these words in here, so we can get an idea of what it's talking about here. So it says living. This is chaya. Chaya. It says from H24:21. Let's get that. H24:21. To live, have life, remain alive, sustain life, live prosperously, live forever, be quickened, to be alive. I got you. To be quickened though is that breath, that that breath is to be quickened, to have order, to be made a living creature. That's to be made in the image. But it says live, alive, green, flowering, fresh, live, alive of man. Okay, so Kaya of man, it says, and the Alahayim said, let the earth bring forth the living creature. Okay, creature, napash, soul, self, life, creature, person, appetite, mind, living being, desire, emotion, passion, that which breathes, the breathing substance of being, soul, the inner being of man, being, living being. Okay. It says, and the Alahayim said, let the earth bring forth the living creature after his kind, cattle and creeping thing and beast. Let's look up this beast. Kaya, again, to be made alive, that third lively active of man. So every beast of the earth after his kind, and it was so. And the Alahayim made the beast of the earth after his kind, and the cattle after their kind, and every kind that creepeth upon earth after his kind. And the Alahayim saw that it was good. So, okay, this right here is telling you that the Lord created, all the living creatures in abundance. Okay, let's get that. This is 1:21. I think I started a little bit after that, but it says, and the Alahayim created great whales and every living creature that moveth. Okay, so every living creature that moveth, which the waters brought forth abundantly after their kind, and every winged fowl after his kind. And the Alahayim saw that it was good. And the Alahayim blessed them, saying, be fruitful and multiply, fill the waters in the seas, and let the fowl multiply in the earth. And then, yeah, we got all of that. But, okay, so the Alahayim, or the angels, made every living beast, every beast of the earth, abundantly. As it says here in brought forth abundantly. So, and then it says, we're going to jump back down to verse 26. Well, let's do verse 25 again. It says, and the Alahayim made the beast of the earth after his kind, and the cattle after their kind, and everything that creepeth upon the earth after his kind. And the Alahayim saw that it was good. And the Alahayim said, let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth. So this is plural. Let us make man in our image. And when it says in our image, it doesn't mean literally to look like us, but it means to have order. The Lord created man to have order in our image. And then it said, yeah, Salakia. And let's jump to, and this is Genesis chapter 1 and verse 27. It says, so the Alahayim created man in his own image, or in their own image. In the image of the Alahayim created he him. Man and female created he them. Okay, so this right here is telling you that the Lord created man and woman in great abundance. Man created man and woman in great abundance. It wasn't just Adam and Eve. This is, that's not how that works. Okay, there's a scripture in 2nd Ezra chapter 6. Let's get that real quick. That, it says one thing, but you have to understand the story in order to get the true meaning of it. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 6 and verse, I think it's 58. Okay, yeah, that was it. Oh, no. Okay. It says, okay, this is Second Esdras chapter 6 and verse 53, and it says, upon the sixth day thou gavest commandment unto the earth that before thee it should bring forth beasts, cattle, and creeping things. And after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures. Okay, so, Adam also, in addition or together with, thou madest Lord of all thy creatures. Of him come we all, and the people also whom thou hast chosen. Okay, so this right here, we all do come of Adam, but not from Adam, because as you recall, the flood, Noah was a direct descendant of Adam's. So therefore, all of the descendants of Noah are, are come of Adam. So everybody on the planet today, in 2024 are one of the sons of either Shem, Ham, or Japheth. So that makes this statement true. That makes this statement true. But in the beginning, no, all individuals were not, kin or related to Adam. Adam was not the first, the first person on earth. Adam was not the first person on earth. It doesn't go into exactly who, was the first person on earth, but as it states here in well, that's not it. It's in Genesis. Hold on, I had it pulled up. No. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's Genesis 4. Okay. So we're going to get the account. It says right here. Right here. This is Genesis chapter 4, starting at verse 13. It says, and Cain said unto the Lord, Yahweh, which means he is, my punishment is greater than I can bear. Behold, thou hast driven me out this day from the face of the earth, and from thy face shall I be hid, and I shall be a fugitive and a vagabond in the earth. And it shall come to pass that every one that findeth me shall slay me. So okay, so if it was only Adam and Eve and Cain and Abel, then who's gonna find him? Who's gonna find him and who's gonna slay him? As it was said, the Lord made man abundantly. And it says, Genesis 4 and 15, it says, and the Lord said unto him, therefore, whosoever slayeth Cain, vengeance shall be taken on him sevenfold. And the Lord set a mark upon Cain, lest any find him should kill him. Okay, so there had to be other people here. I mean, it doesn't go into it, but I mean, you gotta read with understanding. I mean, it wasn't just Cain and Abel. And then it says, and Cain went out of the presence of the Lord, Yahweh, and dwelt in the land of Nod on the east of Eden. And Cain knew his wife, and she conceived, and bare Enoch, and builded a city, and called the name of the city after the name of his son Enoch. Okay, so Cain knew his wife. So, hey, it wasn't his sister. Cain's wife wasn't his sister. And then when we get, I guess, to better explain that, we'll go to Genesis 6. Yeah. And it says, and it came to pass when men began to multiply on the face of the earth, and daughters were born unto them, and the sons of God saw that the daughters of men that they were fair, and they took them wives of all those that they chose. Okay, so the sons of God are the descendants of Adam through Seth. But we'll get that in it's in Luke. Let's get that. I think it's Luke 3. Let's just oh my goodness. There we go. This is Luke 3 and 38, but it says, I mean, this goes through the whole lineage. We're just gonna get the right straight to the point. And it says, which was the son of Enos, which was the son of Seth, which was the son of Adam, which was the son of God, or Theos. So the son of God is the line of Adam through Seth. So in this Genesis chapter 6 and verse 1, it's talking about the sons of Adam through Seth went into the daughters of men, which the daughters of men were the other nations that were created, you know, in Genesis when the Lord created all things in abundance. And, you know, men seem to think that we're not creatures, but the Lord said, you know, the Lord refers to us as creatures all throughout the Bible because he created us. I mean, you know, so, you know, thinking that Adam and Eve were the only people that the Lord created is not a true statement. It's not true. It's nowhere close to being true. You know, that's just fairy tales and lies that we have been taught, you know, through plantation Christianity. They seem to forget that there is a bloodline that comes from Adam all the way down into today. You know, what Esau Edom, the so-called white man, wants to do is he wants to cast a cover over all people. You know, he wants to mingle them together and call them by, you know, call them by locations rather than their biblical nationality. You know, and what the prophets are doing in these last days are tearing down those strongholds. That's not it. Where is it? Oh, Salaki. This is Isaiah chapter 25 and verse 27. And it says, and he will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast over all people and the veil that is spread over all nations. Because Esau Edom has, instead of people going by their biblical nationality, he's turned it into locations. You know, like America is a location. America is not a nationality. Greece is a place, not a nationality. You know, these false constructs, you know, that way Esau has been able to hide himself, you know, by calling himself by locations other than his biblical nationality, which is Esau Edom. You know, the pale male is Esau Edom. But anyway, back to let's get back into it. You know, it says, this is Ecclesiastes Ecclesiasticus chapter 16 and verse 15, and it says, and the Lord hardened Pharaoh that he should not know him, that his powerful works might be known to the world. His mercy is manifest to every creature, and he has separated his light from the darkness within an adamant. Say not thou, I will hide myself from the Lord. Shall any remember me from above? I shall not be remembered among so many people. For what is my soul among such an infinite number of creatures? See right there. So, this is proving that the Lord considers man on earth creatures, because he created us, So when we go back to that account, we have to include ourselves. Well, not necessarily ourselves, the other nations, the sons of men. At that time, it was the sons of men, the sons of God, and the sons of the wicked. But, the sons of God in this day are still creatures. We're still creatures because ultimately, the Most High ordained his son to create us, and he created all things. So we are creatures. Let's get another account. This is straight to the point. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 5 and verse 44. And it says, then answered he me and said, the creature may not haste above the maker, neither may the world hold all them at once that shall be created therein. So, this is just showing that, we are considered creatures. So going all the way back, okay, well, we'll get that. The way that you read the Bible with understanding is, it's got to be precept upon precept. So the Bible explains itself and it defines itself within itself. Let's get that. It says, this is Isaiah chapter 28 and verse 10. Well, let's get it. This is Isaiah 28 and verse 9. And it says, whom shall he teach knowledge, and whom shall he make to understand doctrine? Them that are weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast. This is a simile. You can't give a little kid, a newborn baby, meat. His stomach can't digest it. So he's got to start out with milk. He's got to start out with milk so he can grow. And it says, for precept must be upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, line upon line, here a little and there a little. For with stammering lips and another tongue will he speak to this people. And that's self-explanatory, So understanding that we are creatures, then we can go back to that Genesis chapter 1 and understand that, that we were in this. We were in this, and the Lord created all creatures in abundance. But he just gave, man order, and then he gave Adam and Eve breath, the breath of life. So I think we'll get one more precept and then I'll close it out. This is Romans chapter 8, and let's start at 18. It says, for I reckon that the suffering of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us. For the earnest expectation of the creature waiteth for the manifestation of the sons of the Most High. It says, for the creature was made subject to vanity, not willingly, but by reason of him who have subjected him in hope. because the creature itself also shall be delivered from the bondage of corruption into the glorious liberty of the children of the Most High. So this right here, again, explaining that man is considered to be a creature, you know, and therefore, when the Lord created all creatures in abundance, man was created in abundance along with them. Uh, that being said, I like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Raha Kadash. Double honors to our elders and apostles, the great millstone. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect scattered across the four winds. Hopefully this lesson was edifying to the hopeful elect. This is your brother Yakar Amen. Shalom.